I think of when I think of where are my kids? My kids are gone. First 48 hours is absolute. That's when you're forking over money to private investigators, talking to police officers, filing reports. And then the last 24 hours, 72 hours is like just biting your nails. And while everyone's like doing their, these people are doing, like people like Poe on the go, who,
Hmm.
uh who've worked in law enforcement. My brother's worked in law enforcement. They really, the I, the ones that I know, my family and the people that I see like Poe, they put their heart, their job requires them to put their heart into their work.
Hmm.
Mm.
And so it's, to me, it's a little understandable that they get sometimes emotional at, and people can get in trouble on their jobs just like everywhere else. And this, in a situation where you're dealing with domestic violence or
Hmm.
people hurting each other, you have to get in between and make, these immediate snap decisions.
Right.
Something can happen. You might see you might see someone hurting a child, and that may be very difficult to restrain yourself
Sure.
uh from doing something worse. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, you just got to
Hmm.
arrest the guy. I
Yeah.
do this thing with some gaming buddies of mine called Ready or Not, and it's a tactical realism simulation for SWAT type stuff. And I asked Poe if he would do an after action report with me on it, just because I think it would be fun to go back and see which, how we're violating people's rights. Because indeed, like if someone's shooting at me and my buddies in the game, like it may be someone who was a suspect but was not, you know, uh, legally we couldn't do anything. And sometimes people are uh, like suspects that could be violent that are working with criminals, like say at a bank or
Hmm.
a post office or something like that. And you have to make these quick snap judgment calls, and then you get graded on it. Um, I don't know why I went off on that rant tangent, but
I just think taking
We're
home
just
the
chatting.
yeah,
yeah.
taking home your work with you. You know what I mean? You got to
Oh
separate
yeah.
work and your home life, and
The
that's got to
first
be
48, you were
pretty
talking about
hard.
the first 48, and so that's
Uh,
hardcore. They put your whole heart into, like, especially when there's children missing.
mm.
The whole force mobilizes when there's kids involved usually.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
And
volunteers come out.
absolutely, the volunteers. Yep.
Mm.
Same with firefighting, first 40, first whatever. Like, some fires last a long time.
Well,
And some of the fires down here at the industrial petrochemical, industry complex, they'll rage for, I mean, they know there's a fire going on. In fact, they constantly burn these massive fires to keep, big fires from breaking out that could,
I
uh, be
I
very large.
actually live within a mile of a chlorine distribution factory,
Hmm.
and you want to talk about this is so dark, but you want to talk about scary. You know, if there was ever some sort of
A chlorine leak, some
someone
H2S gas.
or someone with a bad intention, I mean that to have that so close to my area is
Mm,
just is frightening. And it's not something that's advertised when, people are moving here like crazy from the city.
hell no.
That's not something that's advertised. And just to know that you're in that proximity. And what brought that to my mind was that whole I think it was Idaho, that train derailing.
Yeah,
It can happen anywhere. And
sure.
geez,
Yeah, and that was explosive too. So
yeah.
some of the stuff they carry on the railways is absolutely nuts. Like
Right,
however they measure it, the gram, like per 1 gram is equal to however much explosive or flammable
right,
potential. And some of the stuff they move, like move boric acid, they move uh, potassium permanganate. They move, which is a relatively inert thing, but they move this other potassium chloride, I think is what it's called. And that stuff is incredibly sensitive to static electricity. And they ship it by the 55-gallon drums, and they used to ship it in metal drums. So it's like, dude,
yeah,
you got enough. It's like the equivalent of um, 10 times the length of the trains, all the cars full of TNT.
Well, let's lighten the mood, Juliana. Let's
I have
keep
some.
us updated.
I have
Where's
some comments.
Chad? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have
Let's
some
hear
comments, and I have some things here that I'd like to bring up. First, our dear friend Cindy, Sinfully Good,
Oh,
Seneca.
hey.
What do I call her? I don't know.
I
Chef
call
Sin.
her Sin. Chef.
Chef
Yeah.
Sin says, I so wish I could be there, but I seriously can't wear a shirt. My back
Well, that's
issue
okay. It's
is
New Orleans.
really acting up. I'm sorry to hear that, Sin. I hope you get well soon. Somehow, I don't think y'all would appreciate the topless
Oh no,
chef.
that would
I'm
be
not sure
very
about that.
appreciated here in New Orleans. A topless chef. Any day of the year, really. I mean,
This
doesn't
channel
matter.
is PG-13, I believe. Chad told me keep it PG-13. So
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
what did I
we're
say?
adhering
That
to that.
wasn't.
when
no,
Chad gets here,
the
then he
topless chef.
he can decide. That's
I've
his
said
channel, you
fuck
know.
already.
No, I'm just saying having the
You know-
topless chef on air might not
It's like-
fly with YouTube standards.
Oh, right, YouTube. Yeah. But here in New Orleans, okay. Like, in fact, better than okay. That means you're enjoying yourself. C'est le bon temps roulé.
I'd throw her a beat or two.
And that's
So-
yeah. Mhm.
A couple people also asked again, where's Chad? So I said this early, but of course, people are going to be coming and going. So I'll repeat this as many times as necessary. Chad has been getting busy with his life back on track, like me. Like I'm not around so much anymore. So the schedule, the time that the pre-show starts, sometimes it's a little bit rushed for him. So he asked if I could help starting the show till he gets here.
And
So
you're a great help.
if you see me, I'm Clearwater Julie as a stand-in for Clearwater Chad till he gets here. Then I'm just myself again.
Oh, you know what I thought was funny was the pre-show to no show,
Yes, I saw that.
and he's not here.
I'm
He's
guessing
not here.
See that
it's a
Clearwater
double
Chad's
entendre.
pre-show show with no Chad.
Yeah, it's a double entendre. There's no
He might-
show, and he
Well, that's
he
what I'm
actually
saying.
no
He's so meta. He might be doing this shit on purpose,
Right? You never
and then
know.
show up
With
as
Chad, you
like
never
Griff
know.
or something like playing floozy fake.
the hugest calzone like hanging out of his mouth. Oh god, can't
Oh
wait.
boy, it's funny.
I
That's
love
funny.
it. I love the characters.
There's
Yeah, 'cause
Rev
the whole
Girl in
thing
the
with the-
chat.
Rev
Hey,
Girl.
Love Rev Girl. I've been watching her solo videos.
Hi.
She's got a lot to say and a lot of great stuff to say.
She does.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, we have Kirsten Disney.
Hi,
A lot of new
Kirsten.
faces. And a lot
Joe
of new
says-
faces.
I've seen her.
Go ahead.
Joe says, sorry, the name the Naked Chef's already taken. So there you go.
Oh.
Batgo says,
find
I'm the PBH chef, can cook.
PB&J.
Well, that's
You
okay.
should have saw my dinner. It was a hot dog. That's the extent of my cooking.
I do quite a bit of cooking, but sometimes goes and I'll
Claire.
normally I cook.
Claire
I
hanging
stay
out.
that and
Claire's
haven't cooked in
leaving
like
for
4
the night.
days.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, what? You do what? I'm sorry.
I cook, but sometimes after a few nights of cooking, like 4 or 5 nights of cooking, I'll be like, just do something quick and easy.
Something easy, yeah.
Yeah, but I do cook pretty regular. I like cooking.
Batgo says, I can do hot dogs too. And Japan
All
of
right.
Green Gable says, I hate hot dogs
as
as
a
a
concept.
concept.
I
I'm
want
not quite sure what that means.
That's a good point, because if you ever knew what was in an actual hot dog,
Okay.
you would
That makes sense.
probably never eat
I
them
mean,
again.
same with chicken
That's-
McNuggets, but
That's
Yeah,
because you've
yeah.
never seen a Brazilian hot dog.
Mechanically separated
that
chicken, I
sounds
think, is
delicious.
one of the ingredients in a chicken nugget. I mean, imagine that.
it's ground up chicken assholes. That's literally what it is. Chicken
Yes.
nuggets.
Do you
That's
guys
what
want to
it-
see something crazy?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do. Yes, I like crazy shit. I'm crazy.
I have something crazy and I have something cool to share.
Okay,
So let's share the crazy first.
I'm cool too.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, these are okay. Brazilian
That's
hot
Brazilian
dogs.
hot dog.
Oh,
You put all kinds of crap you want in it. So yeah,
whatever.
they usually. Yep.
Well, at some point, a hot dog stops being a hot dog with all this kind of
We
stuff.
call them hot dogs here. We still call them hot dogs here.
Yeah.
And before we there's one person waiting
We
waiting
got someone in the
backstage. I want to
green
bring
room.
in, but
Uh-oh.
yeah, in the green room. But I wanted to share something before that. I want to share this with the entire community. That Apostate Alex
Huh.
released
Oh,
a
he's
video 24
alive.
minutes ago saying I'm okay. So he's alive. He's fine. Everybody,
Was
relax,
there
breathe.
a
You can go
concern?
watch his video
I was
later.
hanging on bated breath.
Yeah, yeah. He had
Boy.
a. You see this stream here? He had a stream with Amy
Oh yeah.
yesterday, and
Mhm.
he didn't show.
Right.
Oh,
And
speaking of,
then nobody could talk to him. Nobody could get a hold of him. So a lot of
Mm.
people were worried about him, trying to talk to him. And then apparently there was like a power outage or I don't know, internet outage or something in the UK.
Yeah.
But Kelly Copter was online earlier and she was fine and she couldn't get a hold of him either. But he has a
Mm.
17-minute long video that guys can watch later. But he's okay.
I had a
Just
stream
wanted
with
to-
Michelle
I gotta
yesterday,
know.
and no one could
that
get
he
in
didn't
touch with
show.
me, and then I didn't show up to it. Nobody cared. I mean, I don't
Well,
get a
that's probably
video. I
because you
don't get
were.
anything.
That's probably because you were in the chat in Doug's stream right after that.
I fell asleep.
Just saying. Just saying.
I know. I just want to bust Michelle's.
I was
bees.
watching. I was waiting for you. Like, where's Pete? Where's Pete?
He was sleeping on the couch.
Oh boy, that happens.
And it's
We have-
Joe.
We have Joe here, but we don't really have Joe. We have a black screen and a muted microphone, but I'll leave it there because it's Joe.
Shay.
Hi, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm just sorting out a microphone.
Ah, it's good to hear your voice, Joe.
Step one.
Welcome.
You can take me off screen in the meantime if you like. I'm just sorting out.
I don't mind. You can stay
I
there.
started
It's up to
digging the
you.
black
Unless,
screen. I don't know.
unless you want me to remove you. Looks cute with the four of us. Like, woo.
Can I give a quick shout out or a promo for a video coming up, Juliana?
Absolutely.
Chad and I will be making a quick video, I think this evening, about how to join the Discord server. Everywhere, from download to installation to joining the channel. Just for anyone who has heard about Discord and is interested and has no idea how to get there. Chad and I will be walking you through it in a quick short video. And that's coming up later this evening. So just
Cool,
wanted to bring
thank
that
you.
out there. Yep.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Very,
be helpful.
very. Discord can be scary. Hey, there she is. Can be scary.
Why?
Hey, Joe.
It's not.
Are you just scared of technology?
No, I'm just saying it can be scary because it's different. Because I am not scared of technology, but Discord has a lot of functions, a lot of things that you can do with it. It doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. You don't have
Intimidating
to
at
use all of
first.
that. You can just
It
use
does
the basics.
now.
Sure.
It does
Oh well,
now.
I don't know. don't
I
know
think
about
we're
that.
almost pushing 500 users, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. And
Hi,
I think
Jenny.
you hit that 500 threshold and you get publicly listed, and who knows
On
from
Discord?
there.
Are you
Yeah,
running?
you
Are
hit
you an
500 or
admin on
something.
the SPTV Discord? Is that?
I
what it
am.
is?
I am.
Okay.
By some sort of fluke. I was supposed to help.
Yeah,
Michelle
they
out.
made. Boy, they screwed up.
Did they screw it up there?
there?
I've done nothing as admin. I mean, the
That's
community
actually
moderation help.
perfect. If the server's done right, you don't have to.
Yeah.
In my
Everyone's-
opinion.
Yeah, everyone's been good, except I had to mute Juliana a couple times. It was it, but
There you are, Joe.
I think she's trying to get her microphones. I think she has either microphone or camera. I don't know how.
She's at the Blair Witch house.
She's playing. Japena Green Gable says, Pete, it was very much noticed you didn't show up, and we were concerned.
Oh, all right. He's pretending he cares.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna go
man.
grab some H2O. HTO.
Okay. What is this is not the SPTV. Discord can be a lot of fun.
It can.
It can also have a lot of drama. That is true. But I think
Yeah.
it depends on the community, like that's
It's the nature
have
of the
moderators for that too. Yeah. The thing about Discord is because you can be semi-anonymous, so people can join communities, like especially big communities, just to cause trouble. I know that
Right.
that happens in some Discord communities, but
And knock on wood, that hasn't happened yet. And also, you can shift the conversation in sort of different channels if it gets off topic. So
I'm
No,
sorry. Just
you.
Rev Girl sessions backstage for the link. Chad sent me. Rev
That's-
Girl, would you send me a message on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger, and I'll send you the link there because it's probably not the right link. Okay, this is scary now. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can hear you now.
good.
Yeah, cool.
Japan says, I'm scared of technology. There's an app called Replica that claims it will be your girlfriend.
That's crazy.
is
I was
scary.
dating Replica last week. I mean,
Oh yeah, Replica. Yeah, sure.
well, babe, total babe.
Total babe. Really sweet too.
Yeah.
Very supportive.
Boy. Let me work on getting this link to Rev Girl. How are you, Joe?
It's a Chat GPT mod that you don't ever have to buy flowers.
Oh, it is a ChatGPT mod, Replica?
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
No, it's actually a paid service.
It
Used to be free.
See, no girlfriends are free.
People are paying for this?
Oh yes.
Apparently.
Oh yeah.
What a bunch
What-
of monks.
What they're paying for is to unlock sexy talk.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Jeez.
Sin says Betch is not a topless chef, though.
Oh, see,
Mhm.
it's a win.
You know,
It's
see,
one for
I knew
Cynthia Tell.
she fit in New Orleans. She's from Texas. She's close enough to the border. Yeah. Let it
Juliana,
all
you
hang
cook
out.
much? You didn't speak much about your cooking.
Who's
To
Julia?
answer your question, Juliana,
Yes.
Do you cook much?
Let me hear from Joe. Oh, if you're asking me about cooking, I want to hear from Joe.
sou cansada, mas bem. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Okay,
Então, obrigada, Joe.
de nada.
Oh, it's
So,
a different language.
cocina.
Yeah, I asked her how she was doing. She said she's tired,
Oh.
but she's fine. But she spoke Portuguese. Pete,
Very
did you ask
nice.
me about cooking? I don't cook.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about cooking before. I was just wondering.
Oh, I don't cook. No.
Oh, you don't
I'm
cook.
No.
It's not
No,
true. She
I-
cooks the best feijoada you've ever
Not true.
had.
I can eat feijoada, but no. I can cook rice. I can cook white rice. I can cook pasta. That's it. If I'm home alone, I'll have pasta and eggs. That's it.
Two
I
water
don't like
based,
cooking.
water and heat based items.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy. Hey, Rev Girl.
Something.
Hello.
There she is.
Welcome.
Como
So this
ça va?
link worked.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're
Yes, we
like a
can.
fly up on the ceiling.
Rev
Oh.
Girl, I was just speaking
You look
about you, how
cold.
much I like your videos. You're doing a really great job on YouTube so far. I really enjoy them.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a lot of stories to tell.
I'm having challenges trying to do lives and things, but I like to do those little collages, little shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pretty damn good at them.
It's easier to digest. I wish I was better at that. I just tend to go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I use a program called CapCut. It's an
Mhm.
app you can download, and the templates are pretty easy.
Yeah. I have all kind of stuff. I have AIs that'll chop stuff up for me. But the thing is that what I end up talking about, it looks for the relevant points, but to make a smaller clip, even the small clips end up being 2 minutes long or whatever. And it does a poor job of trying to figure out like what is this human saying, to make a relevant clip. So
Yeah, I used IA once, and it got pretty weird. So
you use
Yeah,
art.
that tech needs a little more assistance.
I
think.
still use a lot of other AI. I just don't use the editing as much, and I have so much editing to do on footage that I've been shirking my responsibilities because it's just too damn much. It's like when you have so much on your desk that like you can't confront it, so to speak. It's like
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with editing. I have so much to do that I just can't even start. paralysis. There you go.
I saw that comment you put up, Juliana. Apparently, Witness knows where Chad is. So he said hi to
Wait.
Chad.
Yeah, she said hi, Chad, and I waved.
No, I'm just saying.
Instead of
Chad's not here yet, so I figured
I know,
maybe he
but
sees something I don't.
no, I just waved instead of Chad.
In lieu
I
of
think it's
Chad.
because in lieu of Chad. Yeah.
Yes, gotcha.
What kind of keyboard is that in the background, dude?
Eyewitness.
Whose keyboard?
In the hell is that? A headstock for an oud?
Ooh,
Is that an old ass headstock or what?
that's beautiful.
Please tell me yes. Oh my goodness. That is a treasure.
Deputy? CNews deputy?
So this is an instrument from either Tibet or Nepal.
Yeah.
It's either a Nepalese Tungana or a Tibetan Dranyen. I think probably the Nepalese one because of the body shape. And I'm going to be talking about this and gargoyles and stuff soon on my channel. So there's a little,
Awesome.
there we go. There's a little teaser.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It looks better in
Gargoyles.
proper lighting.
I bet
But there
that
we
thing
go.
looks wicked. That
You're
is
gonna tell us
wicked AF.
too?
I would love to play something on that.
Sorry, it's
Yeah.
not tuned.
Yeah, it's old. It needs some lovin's. That is awesome. Sorry, I salivate when I see stuff like this. That's why I was asking Pete about the keyboard. This is music stuff. I mean,
Yeah, you said, was that me you were asking about a keyboard? I don't have any keyboard near me.
what? Right
Yeah.
behind you? I see
Yeah.
white keys. I see black keys. I see sharp.
I think it's a
Computer.
computer. It's a Mac Pro.
Oh, see, I saw. See, that's how my brain thinks. It's just
Is it
like
a Mac
white,
Pro?
black, white.
No,
black.
that's a regular computer I built. And
Oh.
the little
'Cause
light
it
there
looks
is
like-
water cooling.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Is that the NZXT Kraken?
No, it is a Cooler Master something
I got
case.
No, Joe
the-
has
the
something else that
cooler.
looks old there. I don't know.
The water cooler. What is the water cooler? It's a Cooler Master as well.
Yeah, it's a AIO
Okay.
all in one water cooler there.
Hell yeah.
Dual pump.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Guys, so apparently you have to pay $100 a year to get the AI to
So
talk dirty
wha-
to you.
Oh, really?
And I have
Just about to sign up.
someone very special in the background.
okay.
Drum roll, please.
There he is!
Hey.
Oh.
Clearwater Chat in the house.
How's
Wait,
everyone
chat-
doing?
Chad, your mic's off.
Pre-show.
Yeah,
to
don't
the
try
No,
that
it
again, Pete.
isn't. No, it isn't.
He got me the other day.
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
Jeez.
so I can remove this now because Chad's here. I can just be myself again.
Okay. Switch
Yeah.
valences, as they
Wow, we got a
say.
full house.
Loving
Come
it.
on. Where were you, man?
I had a doctor's appointment.
Ah, sweet.
Julie was nice enough
love
to
those.
get us going.
Living life, like,
Mm.
taking care of stuff.
She held
I
down.
know,
It
hey.
worked great.
I hate when I have real stuff to do, don't you guys?
Yes.
Right.
Right?
I
Gets in the
generally hate
way.
stuff.
You know, last time I had a doctor's appointment, I did it right through Zoom. It was great. Did you
I
have
do-
to?
Yeah.
Did you have to physically go in there, Chad? Or
I had to
what?
go in, yeah.
Oh man. Well,
It was only 5 minutes away, but still had to go, and it's all good. Hey, Beck, oh,
doctors in court—they've all moved to Zoom, and I'm a fan.
yeah.
Well, it depends on what kind of doctor you're going to. If you need
Mm.
to be physically examined, it's not possible.
Sure.
But if you're
yeah.
just like talking about symptoms, because that started a lot, at least here, like during
COVID.
the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like instead of going to a place and risking, getting other people or getting contaminated or getting other people, so you could just, just this symptom, that symptom.
Right. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of infrastructure stuff still to do here to make that, like, it wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't a whole lot of lag here locally with the governments and the it had to essentially like legalize that. But they hurriedly did that because medical and legal consultation over transmitted optical fiber wasn't a thing that was written down on paper yet, or at least not
Chad, was
fully.
that you?
I always forget to unselect from all, so it
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am
Hi,
I saying
Joey.
hi, everyone?
I fixed it now, but yeah.
Okay. I'm like, why am I saying hi, everyone? I'm not.
Is that a comfy chair, Rev Girl?
Yeah, pretty comfortable. Why?
Well, I've sat in one similar gaming chair thing at a studio, and I only sat in it for about 20-30 minutes. But I thought, I don't know if I could sit here for 3 or 4 hours.
You know that's purposeful. There are
It's
some,
hand me
Go ahead,
down.
Rep.
What?
I said, go ahead. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
cutting off.
It's a hand me down from my son.
Well, that's a nice hand-me-down.
To buy furniture, I just,
Oh,
wait.
nice.
Gives me something.
Well, that's a nice piece, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Like I was thinking maybe I could sit in this chair for several hours and, not have my legs go numb or my butt go numb.
Yeah, I don't know how long I could sit here, but it's not too bad as far as chairs go. I've had work chairs that were worse. So.
Yeah. Oh God, Cynthia's chair. She got me a chair. I wish she'd get herself a chair because her back has been hurting. She leans forward and she does a lot of processing of, writs and stuff. It's funny. She processes a lot of writs of garnishment, which the abbreviation is. No one's gonna say it. Okay.
Rig?
I'm sorry.
Writ
I-
of garnishment. WOG.
Wog.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, that
That's
requires
right.
thinking. I'm
The
not
W is silent.
all that kind of thinking and stuff. Come on.
Yeah,
I'll tell
I'm
you-
very much against it. I'm very much against it.
I'll tell you, in
Thinking.
doing research, my buddy, he had opened a bar, and I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's chairs that are designed, and they're called 30-minute chairs, hour chairs, etc.
Yeah.
And you buy hour chairs for bars, essentially to have people. They get
Turnover.
uncomfortable They
Turnover.
get uncomfortable after about an hour.
Right.
Essentially, for the bar owner to get people to turn over those chairs. So there's a
Bingo.
whole science to really how they design chairs and how
Casinos.
comfortable they are.
Yeah. I had a red recliner in here for years that I put on casters. But the problem with that is that it's the perfect chair, comfortable. I'm never uncomfortable in it. But when I recline, I can't reach. If I had arms that were like 2-3 feet longer, that would be perfect.
Or if
But-
they just extended. Yeah,
Or
that
what?
would- if they just extended at will.
Yeah, like the guy from Street Fighter.
Or like an incredible
Oh, good.
Yeah.
wife that
I did have, I tried to make it work. I got one of those little roller, another thing that was on casters, and it had 2 swivel desks. And I put that underneath where the footrest comes out on the recliner. And then I pulled that in so that I had a little, keyboard tray, mouse thing, and then this thing right here that I use to control things. And that worked until I got this. This is a desk. There's no getting around it.
Mm.
There's no getting around it unless I stood it up flat and had monitors. Like I could do all kind of weird configurations, and I've seen all manner of strange broadcast and studio configurations, but I don't know if I want to go extreme with it.
I love your setup though, Marcus.
I do too. I love it.
Yeah, it does look official.
Yeah,
That's
my
those
dream
are
chair.
those the
Comfortable.
Sertas? Are those the Sertas? Because I've sat in one like that, and those are amazing.
Wow.
This is the Herman Miller Aeron chair.
Oh, those.
They're
All right. Let's
insanely
don't show the price. Let's guess. Let's guess.
they're insanely expensive.
Yes. Let's take
But
a guess.
Probably about $800.
No, Chad. 1,200.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What do
Yeah.
you know? What do you? Price is Right rules. Close without going over.
Well,
Legal
that's
guess.
I don't know where to find the price because I know how to find the price here.
Well, you
You'd
go
have
to
to
buy
Google it
now.
there.
Buy
I don't
now.
have buy now. They have find a showroom.
Top right.
I'm going 1,200.
Where? Oh, here.
Red.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I see it's in Portuguese,
What
so
do
it
Okay.
has the price in
we need
reais, which is
conversion.
And nobody can.
yeah, you'd have to
understand that.
convert, but it doesn't necessarily work like that because the market is different. You know, it's crazy
Well,
expensive
doesn't
here,
work
so
like
I imagine it's. I would
Yeah.
say
Someone in the
if one
chat
of you
could do the
guys can go
conversion.
to the it's not only converting because it's a different it's still gonna be very expensive, but but you know anybody who anybody who has a chance to try one of these chairs, this is the most comfortable chair.
I mean, I
ever.
You
need
sat in
one.
one?
No,
You sat in one,
no
Juliana?
question.
I
I
have.
sit on my ass all the time in studios. That's all I freaking do. I need one.
I have a friend who
Like a
works for
car.
a company in the US. And when he started, they don't do that anymore. But when well, they do stuff. But when he started, they would give him that chair, a desk, a computer, everything for him to work. You know,
Mhm.
and he has that chair, and that's why
Yeah.
I have sat on it, and I fell in love with that chair. But it's
Mhm.
insanely expensive, and nowadays not even the companies
Your
giving
ass
that
is
chair
worth it,
anymore. Now
though,
they give
Juliana.
like
Yeah.
no, absolutely, because he works from home, so he sits at the computer
Yeah.
all day.
You'll
No,
get
but seriously,
hemorrhoids.
here it's too much. Here it's like
Companies are
You
giving
need
anything
preparation
to get
H.
people back in now.
That's what they should do. They should hand out preparation H with all the shitty chairs that they sell at Office Depot. It should come with like a free box.
What a selling point. Here's preparation H for the chair we just
You're
told
gonna
you.
need it because your
Yeah.
ass is gonna hurt. I'm sorry.
No, but
Juliana.
honestly, companies
I
are
just
doing
crashed.
companies are doing whatever they can to get people back in the office these days because everyone is. Once people start
Hey
working
man,
from home,
have you gone back to work yet? Yeah, man. They're giving away all this preparation H.
oh
How
boy.
can I
Yeah.
No,
refuse?
but this friend of mine, he was working. He has always worked home office. You know, he's always
Yeah.
worked from home even before the pandemic. So that was already his job. He
Wait,
lives in
so they sent-
Brazil. He lives
They
in
sent
Brazil.
the
His
Herman
company's in
Miller
the
to
US.
his house.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. That's how I sat on it.
he's got. I thought maybe you went
That's
to his
how
office.
you
That's
sat
the
on it.
job. Oh, he's
No,
got
no,
the
no.
job.
They actually gave him the chair. They gave him the chair, the desk, a nice desk, and either a computer or a monthly amount of
Stipend.
money so that he could pay for a. No, no. They either pay for your home office set up, or they give you a monthly amount of money for you to pay for
Build your own.
a co-work place
Yeah.
Right.
if you want to
Like a
get out of the
WeWork
house
or
and go to
something.
yeah.
Sure. Jeez.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. There's
So Clearwater, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say there's few companies that offer like nice options like that here. Cynthia works
awesome.
for one of them, but there are few. You know, the small businesses can't offer a whole lot of really good
No.
services, and the big corporations that they just don't.
No, he works for a big American company.
Yeah. Well,
It's
great.
only he works from Brazil. He was works from Brazil.
It is not disheartening to hear that. That's good to know that there's more than a couple of companies giving people options in terms of that.
I don't know.
So,
if there are
Chad,
any
how
in
was your
Brazil.
day, bud? How was your day?
Oh,
Chad has a
really good.
question.
Thanks. Just getting things done.
Oh, he's got a question. Oh, how does everyone feel about Marty's new proposed gasoline tax?
50 cents in Florida, sure.
Well, it went up to $1 because everyone was complaining. So now we put it to $1, $1 a gallon.
Are you kidding me?
I
Is
know.
that cheap down
There's
there?
no
And they're
limit with
bitching.
this guy.
And they bitching. Like, Louisiana could be the what is it? The big oil place in the other Gulf on the planet. The Persian Gulf. In the Persian Gulf, there's a big city there. They have all kind of crazy stuff. Everyone gets
Dubai?
a check. Dubai, thank you. Louisiana could be the Dubai of America. Seriously, not even kidding. Could have been. Maybe still could be. But
They look vastly different.
oh yeah. We don't. Our roads suck. Our laws suck. We still have Napoleonic Code. There's all kind of weird stuff that happens because of that. And that's why one of the most corrupt states in the Union, because they take advantage of the Napoleonic Code. Yeah. Oil.
Good call, Cindy.
Everyone has a soundboard attached to their computer. What's that for? What did I do? Don't be hating on me, man. This was given to me. This was given to me when I was homeless. I was carrying this shit around in a plastic bag. I'm not even joking. I was a big ass plastic bag, humping it up the stairs to Ashley. I was home. I was vagrant. There was a period I was homeless, but this was one of the. This will give you an idea of what my state of mind. I'm a true sound engineer. Okay, I'm not going to leave. This thing was not going to a good home. It was going to be just sitting in a box at someone's house. And that's exactly what the guy who gave it to me said. He said, I will never learn how to use this. You can have it. And I'm like, but I don't have a place to live. I don't have a place for it. He's like, well, it's yours if you want it. I took it. We bagged it up, put silica gel in it. Hadn't seen any use until the pandemic. Then I started actually using it for recording. Now I've got it set up for broadcasting. And it will benefit you, Cynthia. And it doesn't have a name yet. Actually, it does have a name. The trash can, which is it's called a Tascam DM3200. This thing, trash can, will be useful to you.
I gotta find someone with a Herman Miller they don't use. That's the ticket right there.
Totally, man.
Oh man, give me one. Give me one. Stephen Britton says he's jealous of your setup. So there you go. While we're talking about it.
Hell yeah, nice. Steve. Yeah, everything pipes in all the time. The StreamYard makes it limiting. I gotta say, everyone being on StreamYard is limiting for me, but I don't mind.
But it's easier for us. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind it if it's easier for everybody. Do it. This is one of the things I tell sound engineers that want to learn something from me for whatever damn reason, and be like, well, so I got a question about this or that. They do. It's a science. And so like I tell them, hey, whatever you can do to make sure whatever it is that you're trying to do works is what you do. And they always look baffled when because it's a non-answer answer.
Sin says that no hate. Go ahead.
Just pointing that out, that pointing that it made you get out of the lazy boy and into a desk chair. Right. Yeah. I still can't reach everything though. There's knobs way back there. This thing's bigger than it looks.
That's because you're meant to stand up.
It's not a euphemism, as Selena would say.
That lazy boy looks so comfortable though.
Yeah, that red chair that I used to sit in when me and Doug would do stuff, man, that is the chair. That is the chair. I've had it since 2015. I bought it for $50. It was a reclaim.
So you would have bought it at Brookstone.
I've fixed it multiple times. The thing is just like you can just keep repairing it. So why would I get rid of it? That's like a $350 recliner. Pure. I can't afford a $350 recliner, much less a bonsoir, whatever y'all calling it.
Chad, have you seen my logo?
I like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it.
I
just seen it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's because I was being you for a moment today.
Shirt.
Oh, nice.
Your blue shirt and your red. I mean, you are so color coordinated. It is not even.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, even the same color.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Joe only said that it should be água clara in Portuguese. And I just wanted, since we're talking, I mentioned that I wanted to say that Denver Steve sent me a message in Portuguese, so I want to read it out loud. I want to say,
Please.
Okay.
Pelicanos
Let's hear it.
saboreiam tacos de chouriço no almoço. Yes, you know it. I don't know if he knows what he said, but there, I read it.
There were tacos in the middle of that.
Tacos and pelicans
go.
are good to eat, something like that.
Well, I don't know
Pelicans.
but
And
tacos.
tacos.
I don't know
Tacos
which
are
word
made
he
out of
used
pelicans.
originally. No, that's a good guess though.
I'm trying.
Pelicans are made out of tacos. No,
Mm-mm.
pelicans savor. I don't know which word he used. Savor, taste. I don't know. Chorizo tacos for lunch.
Okay.
Oh, that was my next guess.
Chorizo. Oh, the C with the thing under is this sound. Okay.
It says an S, a sound. Yeah.
Yeah. We.
So yeah, there you go. Pelicans enjoy. Yeah, Joe knows it. Pelicans enjoy chorizo tacos for lunch.
Speaking of Denver Steve-O, I watched his long form interview with Mitch Brisker. A
Mitch
plus,
Brisker.
if you do ask me, if I do say so myself.
Bitch Brisker.
I like
that was
Mitch
great.
Brisker.
Brisker. Yeah. I always thought having a long form, chat with origin stories would be a good idea, and Steve-O really hit the nail on the head with that one. So, props to Denver Steve-O.
Yeah, Pete, we got to work on some of those projects for other people to steal our ideas.
Oh, me, Chad, and I, we got a couple. We got a couple in the pipeline. We're about to make this community laugh.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully far-reaching.
Put it this
Really
way: we have
Nice.
uniforms, and we have characters.
Yep.
And Juliana, I think I gave you a preview of about this. I gave you a preview once. Yeah, we're gonna do
I
this.
think I know what you're talking about. It's been a while, but I think I know what you're talking about.
It's been too long, and we're
Gotta
gonna
happen.
launch it.
That shit's so
Yeah.
much
Well, you're
fun. Y'all are gonna have
Big
fun.
time.
It's
That's right. Marcus saw it too last night. Yeah.
Yeah. I won't spoil anything.
We'll
But it's
put
fun
together our
playing
own
characters.
storyline.
I've done a little bit of it myself. My father was a thespian. He didn't like being called an actor. He was a thespian, and he played two roles in his life. He played God, and I can't remember the other role that he played.
I played a character too. I played a character that I actually had a father.
Yes, Joe, we need to. This month is so busy. I'm a special guest at the Bastille Day celebration in Washington, and that's this coming weekend. Or no, that's not this coming weekend. This coming weekend is Crew de Boo in New Orleans, where the city goes nuts crazy. It's a carnival city. And I have a doctor's appointment with DCFS on a Saturday of all days. And then I got to bring Cynthia to the parade. So, and Ashley. And then the following week, I will be a special guest at the Bastille Day Memorial, which is not a Bastille Day celebration. It's a memorial for my ancestors that got their heads cut off. And so I'm and then in between that, I'm working on the record. Yeah, it's a memorial, not a celebration.
Glad you clarified that. Yeah.
I had to clarify it for myself. I'm like, why are we celebrating? But anyways, because my ancestors came over in 1600s, and it's like when I found that out, they're like, we're having a Bastille Day celebration. It's like, did we not want to be there, or did we want to be there? I can't. So, working on the record, working on the documentary, which is kind of stalled. Like I said, I got tons of stuff to edit. And then doing a semi-regular broadcast schedule where I do Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays I do my ding stuff, which is like it's deprogramming with all of the words except D-I-N-G, ding, whatever. It's something that I do. I did one this morning that was a little different about childhood, the effects of childhood domestic violence and intimate partner violence. And but then Thursdays I do KFUK radio, which is just music. They have a license to not Diana Ross. I always say Diana Ross. I wish I had the rights to stream Diana Ross. Fiona Ross, Alexander Barnes Ross, otherwise known as Apostate Alex, his mother. Play a lot of her.
Who is alive, by the way, if anybody got here late. He's fine.
He's fine. Alex is good.
That up for us. Thank you.
And we got a little side project that we're working on. It's little bit teased on another stream. And so, yes, Joe, I want to get with you and my buddy Colin Alluret. He's a classically trained musician, and just talk and hang out and share some music but if there's something specific you want to do, then just my email address is public on my page. Whenever is a good old Cajun for it. Yeah, actually, I'm more Creole than Cajun. We could talk about that. That would be something really interesting to talk about, because it is rarely talked about here, because it was used as a racial marker for a long time, from after the Civil War up until 1922, all the way up to the Civil Rights Movement and into the 60s and 70s with the Cajun Miracle that was written and published and distributed in Lafayette. So there's a ton of information, ton of stuff we could talk about.
Hey, Rev Girl, what do you got coming up on the pipe? I've been enjoying your videos. You got anything coming up soon? Anything you want to promote?
Well, I just keep trying to teach myself stuff.
Yeah.
The main thing that I want to promote right now is I would like people to go to my video that I made. I actually made 2 videos on how to do knowledge reports, and I encourage everyone, Scientologists, former Scientologists, never in, everybody, to write knowledge reports on the website for the and write about anything you want that's not okay. That's
which site? The RTC site?
Yes, RTC. Yeah, I go through.
That's a brilliant freaking idea, to be honest. Just to flood it with KRs, because apparently, were you in Scientology?
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, okay.
She was a volunteer minister, correct?
I apologize.
She was an actual
minister.
There's
so many
correct?
now. There's so many. It's great. So you were a VM.
No, she was an actual minister, I believe.
I was a minister.
You're a minister.
Yeah, she was an actual minister.
You got it right. Like, that regardless of how high it is, like reports coming in, people have to deal with the in in the middle and the out, right?
Yes.
So if you flood that with things that will create conditions of doubt,
exactly.
You are on the money.
Well, an awful lot of never in Scientologists writing up the truth as they hear it on SPTV.
Yeah, encourage them to go write the KR.
I mean, we can write about literally anything. We could write about Xenu, and the person that opens up the email may not be OT3, and they may be hearing that for the first time and realize that,
and they may have had some access at some point to something that may have ended up in their session or their folder where they got corrected, right?
You know what blows me away is I can't believe they have cameras in the auditing room now.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw any camera. I built the whole mission from the ground up. No camera. Didn't see any cameras unless they were installed while we weren't there.
That's a mission,
the whole concept of putting cameras, I mean, even for trainees, is so unethical and so against the code. I can't believe they're doing that. And then, I mean, it's so obvious now that they're collecting information to use for blackmail and, control. And the fact they do that, I know when I was a counselor and auditor in Scientology, I wrote the notes, but I'll be damned, I was probably the only one that understood them.
Yeah, that's common in CS folders, right? You were an auditor, a Scientology auditor, or Dynetic auditor? Both. Wow.
So you put together a video on how to actually construct a knowledge report? Is that what that is?
Yes, I did 2 tutorials, and one is better than the other. Because I'm learning, and I didn't realize that I stutter sometimes. I got the RTC turned around with a little dyslexia in the first one, but the second one came out pretty good. And really, either one of them, you can, it walks you through how to write a knowledge report. And I do recommend that people not use their real contact information, because you don't want to get inundated with Scientology junk. But
make a separate email.
do it to any degree that you want. But if we flood that website, and a lot of people are just real.
There's at least one knowledge report a day. There's at least one KR a day that's worth reporting.
Exactly. Every time you see something that the church is doing wrong, or David Miscavige is doing wrong, we could write reports. For one thing, he has been busily changing LRH's tech. And, you know, the Keeping Scientology Working
reference that you read it before every single course, before even getting on the cans, you got to work their KSW.
Yes, exactly. So to have David Miscavige changing the tech, I mean, this is so obvious. We could all be writing that up. And then we could write up things like Rosemary's Story. We could write up about the kids at the Cadet Org. You know, anything that we have learned from SPTV or reading some of the books.
Right.
Make knowledge.
Yeah, no, that's armaments right there. That's the ammunition. Now, to get more people, I think it's a brilliant idea, because we're targeting at the int level now, aren't we?
Yes, we're using their own format.
Yeah. Which is weird, because that's how I got out. I used the doubt to get out.
Yeah.
I looked at the statistics of the organization I was pretending to be a part of, and examined their all of their statistics, and I looked at it was Scientology. I'm like, I was watching Mike and Marty and all these people, and Karen and Jerry. You know, I'm like, this is not a good product. And in Scientology, the word product means like a happy person.
Yeah.
You know,
well-adjusted,
happy person.
Rev Girl, you seem like you have a wealth of knowledge about this.
She
about
totally
all
does.
these topics. I mean,
She totally does. I'm here to tell you.
Thus far, have you had any blowback? Have you had anyone from Scientology?
Any noisy investigation? Any trolls on your YouTube?
Well, not on my YouTube yet, knock on wood. But when I first started joining the chats, I was actually chatting under my real name. And all of a sudden, I haven't received any Scientology mail in quite a while. They gave up on me. And then all of a sudden, I get someone from the organization that's closest to me, the Treasury, and they say that I owe a bunch of money. I don't owe them any money. Yeah. And so I contacted our Miss Goldie, because, you know, at the time she was kind of like the one, and talked it over with her and decided to have an alias. And I happened to have that photograph of me in my minister garb. And I
the one that's your profile?
Yeah, that is me when I was in my minister garb back in the day, when I was doing the stuff. I married several couples. I welcomed babies. I did a funeral, and for a while I was doing all the Sunday services.
Wow, look at that wall. Thank you.
And I was in the Sea Org for 9 months. That's about all I could take.
Good.
So for my limited knowledge on the minister, it's you were the go-to between disputes between couples, between arguments, things like that. Am I correct in saying that? Or what was your role as minister?
I got all the shit work.
all the shit work, huh?
Yeah. I was a field auditor. I didn't want to join staff again after my Sea Org stint.
Right.
So, but I really did enjoy Dianetic auditing in particular. So I tried to build my own field business. And the church would every so often get people in that, a lot of times they just didn't have enough money to buy everything that the church wanted to sell them. And so they would just kind of throw them to me. And I wasn't really supposed to be selling them counseling.
You seem too nice of a person to be able to be pushing that stuff on them.
But I did, basically end up helping them a lot. I kind of worked around some of the rules, and
Yeah, if
a
if
lot
you
of
have that agency to do so, like auditing, it doesn't have to be terrible as much as that might sound abrasive to someone's ears. It doesn't have to be what it is.
no,
Doesn't
and
have
when
to
you're
be.
working on your own in the field and you don't have a case supervisor telling you what to do, you have a lot more freedom and you can actually like do good.
Yeah.
Listen to them. I found a lot of times people just needed to be listened to, and many times they would just work through their problems with me listening.
Mm.
And I might do something like a havingness drill at the end, or I don't know what that is, but basically there's a lot of simpler processes in Scientology that, are kind of feel good stuff. And so you can do some of those. And another thing that I always had a problem with Scientology is it's just too expensive any way you look at it. And it was not realistic for average people to use it.
Speaking of that, I actually have some receipts. I'm going to grab them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
boy.
when I was in Scientology, I felt it was very overpriced. And now it's crazy.
Yeah. It's
And
definitely
I
not
just
affordable for the common person.
I just wanted to go back just very quickly to the
Sure.
where was it? Because Witness said something here that I lost, which it says there's a few things I'd like to let Scientology know as a citizen. They're allowing known SA offenders to continue to operate. So this was related to, of course, the knowledge report thing. And then she also said, I flashed the comment up here before, but you guys were talking, so I didn't read it. But Witness says the KR instruction report is so good. Rev
I
Girl
read that.
shows you how. Yeah.
That's
Fucking
awesome.
So
That's
she's
really
just
cool.
recommending it, and she said, "Yeah, go do it." I
Genius.
just wanted to.
That's some sort of inside baseball kind of stuff, Rev Girl.
Yes.
That's something that I'd really be interested into. So yeah,
I wouldn't be
sounds like a
surprised
great
to see
video.
more auditors and stuff start talking to, like auditors like you. I mean, there was a guy we stayed with in California, 2 blocks from Pac Base. His name was Robert, and he was an auditor, but he was kind of a jaded. He was like, I can't stand the way the church is now. Just let me do my auditing the way that I learned to do it. And I could see people like that popping up. It's my Rolodex stuff. Okay, so I have, this was what was this is my entire account. I have my pay stubs here too. This is funny. Pay stub. So this was initially when we moved out, $106.83.
Hold on, what year was this, Marcus?
I'm
we
about to
could
tell you
sort
date.
of,
29 March 2003. Week ending date April 3rd, 2003. $106 and 83 cents. And that was sort of what I would call like a honeymoon check, because they get smaller and smaller. 64 February 2003, $64.34. March 2003, $64.61. March 2003, $37.
what was the amounts for? Sorry, I don't know if I missed this. What are these
Well,
amounts?
most of them, like the way you get money, like this one has item description. I need money, right? Gas for, so I write a CSW. This I get
This
gas
is as you're working there.
gas for mission cycles, but that money is my money basically. They cut me the check, and I have gas that I can put the gas in the gas tank. But also need to eat. They don't account for any of that really. Like the gas, $64 would have filled up my car at that time, or my van. So they give me the money for that. But to hell with what you're going to eat. I need to scan all these in. This was a scam thing. Here it is. $16,000 date in 2003. 31st of July, $8,000. Invoice number 262, invoice number 583, 10th of September, $4,000. Invoice number 591, 11th of September, $2,000. And invoice number 21, October 9th, $2,000. This has the theta symbol on it that I use for my channel. You won't be able to see it, but if I'll scan them in.
Nice.
This was from Melrose, January 23rd, 2004. So 16 grand for a staff member who makes $37. Because I would maybe every 2 weeks, as you get paid every 2 weeks, thereabouts.
So they know you can't afford it. I mean, what are they counting on you? How are they counting on you paying this back?
Good question, Pete. So you go and they have preferred loans, lenders, whatever, or they'll just apply pressure to, say, the American Federation of Musicians, Local 47, which I was a member of because I got registered that was part of my thing that they were telling me, well, you can do music and do Scientology. I'm like, well, how? Y'all aren't, I'm working all the damn time. So while we were at Melrose, I had time and I got a CSW approved to go join the union. Well, the reason they let me join the union is because I have access to a credit union. So to which they have worked on and made hell any financial officer that's ever had to work there, because they'll get people who are Scientologists, who are musicians, to take out loans, and they put enormous pressure on them. And it worked. I got a refinance on my van, and I was able to pay not only the $16,000, but to fly my brother back out because we were in a position with a speculative little recording deal. But that, to give you an idea, that's small potatoes. What Rev Girl's saying, the amount of money.
Did you ever feel guilty charging these people? I mean, that you knew that they obviously couldn't afford it, or maybe thought that in the back of your head. Look, maybe I'm charging someone that I obviously know they can't afford these services, and feel bad in the back of your head.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't. I broke the rules. I bartered a lot. I didn't charge. I charged more on a sliding scale.
You're one of the good guys.
You had a heart,
don't
huh?
tell that, because I would have been thrown out immediately.
Yeah,
the heart, sure. You can't have a heart in that organization.
Yeah, I just didn't tell them. I just and see, at the time, this was before David Miscavige really took over. Things were a little goosier back then, especially. Of course, they called pretty much all of us in the field squirrels, and they accused us of a lot more than we really did. And part of the problem is because they would send people to us that they couldn't get results because they were trying to get blood out of a turnip.
Yeah.
And we would actually help them. Results. And then they would say that we had to be squirrels because, how else could we help them?
You weren't using the tech. You're using altruism.
So, but it isn't true. The only thing that I am really guilty of is being altruism, the financial parts of it, which, in my opinion, the whole financial aspect of Scientology was inflated and grossly overvalued. Overvalued.
Yep. Sure is. You can get the same on Medicaid therapy. Go to MDR. Get you some EMDR. It's very similar. It's so crazy. It took a long time for me to get comfortable with it.
And it's corrupted. And I worked in the mental health field, before I retired. And it's like you help a client for 15 minutes, and then you sit down and you write the Medicaid report for a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then your boss yells at you because, you weren't actually working all day. But if you don't do that Medicaid paperwork, you don't get paid. So what do you do? I mean, and I swear that's just the way this planet is. Everything is, upside down, backwards, and what's white is black and black is white. And 1984 was yesterday, and today's, the I don't, it's just awful. So I don't, I like being retired. I'll say that much.
Hell yeah.
What do you do now besides YouTube?
I've been concentrating on my health a lot.
Yeah, that's important.
First hit, my last job was I was a substitute teacher. So when the pandemic hit, I was completely out of everything. And I had to go on unemployment. Luckily, they provided it for me here in Oregon. But the first thing I had to do was put my health as a major priority. And almost immediately after the pandemic hit, I had to go on insulin. And before I knew it, I was taking insulin both at night and in the morning. And I was just getting sicker. And so I had to, the information that they gave me was just going to make me worse. So I had to research it out. And I ended up following the keto program, which strangely, the first one that I started watching was that Scientologist chiropractor guy. But he led to other ones that gave me better information. And he also led me to his son, who eventually led me to Aaron and the rest of SPTV. But
this is the chiropractor who was forcing Scientology on his staff, correct?
What?
This was the chiropractor guy who was forcing Scientology courses on his staff. I think Aaron spoke about it. Dr. Berg. Yes, Dr. Berg. Correct.
Yeah. What is his name? I don't want to get him mixed up with one of the better ones. And so
I thought it was Dr. Berg, no?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
Ian's father.
Yeah. I ended up really liking Dr. Barry, who is an actual doctor. And he actually pushes carnivore diet, which I think probably works better for men than it does for women.
It works pretty good for me.
Yeah,
it actually does. I've had to focus on my health too. I'm not retired, but I've been having a disability claim for so long. It feels like it. Good job on making that a priority. But yeah,
So
the
now
carnivore works for me.
And what I have going on now is I have a lot of episodes of low glucose now. And so my doctor and I are working together with a dietitian, and we're modifying my diet and modifying my medications. And then I also have some stuff going on with my eyes right now. And I really need to get in and get some surgery done on my eyes because I have some serious stuff going on there. And I get really tired. My eyes get fatigued as the day goes on. And
that was a Tibetan singing bowl.
Oh,
that's cool.
I was sending some shit out in the universe for you, Rev Girl.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Some of this is, I think, kind of left over from the diabetes, or, I think I started to go down a path with my health. And although I've turned the corner from it getting worse, but now I'm having to deal with some of the repercussions.
Right.
And so I'm making my health my main priority. And then I thought about going back to work part-time, but nothing sounded like fun. And then when Aaron asked us to create more stations, that sounded fun to me.
Yeah.
So why not? I like to make video collages.
Yeah.
If all I ever do is make video collages, then, that's fine.
Yep.
And
it's your shit. That's the beauty of it. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Exactly.
Have you tried Scientology auditing?
I don't really.
Dude, if I'd have spit took on my board.
Don't.
Oh, that would have been epic.
Did any of that. But I was a teacher.
I lost my English.
Doing tutorials like that, kind of second nature for me. So I have no problems teaching other people how to use Scientology against itself. And I'd like to see the whole writing knowledge reports even become bigger. Like I kind of want to teach myself how to do TikTok and, teach some people there how to do it. I'd also I don't know if I want to particularly start the website, but I'd like to see a website where all of these knowledge reports can go so anybody can read it.
Oh God, it'd be so many.
Like a repository for
That's a
knowledge
nice
It's
reports.
idea.
That's a
potentially
great idea.
potentially endless,
Great idea.
like as big as their case folders that they